Hi, this is Megan with Beadaholique, and today I'm going to teach you how to make increases and decreases on brick stitch and bead weaving. And if you're not familiar with brick stitch already, go ahead and watch our other video, how to do brick stitch and bead weaving first. I'm not going to go into the basics of how you get started and how you do the general stitch. I'm just going to show you increases and decreases. In our basic video, Andrea showed you how to do a piece that looks like this. She had you doing an increase at the beginning of every row. So I'm going to review that really quick because that is one of the ways that you make an increase. So to make an increase at the beginning of the row, you pick up 2 beads and you go into the first loop, the first thread bridge there. And then you're going to go back up through the second bead. And as you can see, when you pull tight, that is making an increase. It's coming out at a diagonal from what you've got in the row prior. So then I'm going to show you how to do an increase at the end of the row. If you want to have your piece gradually move out to both sides, or you just need it to get a little bit bigger in that one spot if you're doing a shaped piece or something of that nature. So I'm just going to continue with the regular brick stitch to the end of the row. Okay, this is the point in regular brick stitch that you would turn your work. But if you're going to do an increase at the end, you're going to pick up another bead and you're going to go down into the last bead in the previous row. Then you're going to take your needle and you're going to go up the bead next to that bead that you're coming out of and add a diagonal into the bead that's further back. What you want to do is end up coming out in the third bead there. So you have the last one, second to last, and then the third to last, and that's the bead you want to come out of. And when you pull that tight, that little thread bridge is going to pop right in and you won't even see it. Then you're going to go down through that second to last bead and back up through the last bead. And again, you pull that tight, the thread bridge is just going to pop right in and disappear. So as you can see, that's going to add that diagonal increase, that gradual increase at the end, just like we did at the beginning. Now I'm going to show you how to do decreases. So in standard brick stitch, in the very basic one, there is not any increases and it goes gradually, tapers to a point. So the decreases are very easy because they happen naturally. What we're going to do to start the row with a decrease is take 2 beads, just like normal, but instead of going into this first thread bridge, we're going to go into the second one. And then back up through the last bead, just like normal. But now to make it lay flat, we're going to go down into the end bead and back up through the last bead. And when you pull that tight, it's going to straighten right up. And that's how you perform a decrease at the beginning of your row. And then to form a decrease at the end of the row, all we're going to do is not add the increase. So I'll finish that up to show you the way that looks. Just continue your brick stitch all the way across. And here we're going to add a stitch at that last thread bridge. And then to do the end decrease here, we would just turn at that point. So you can see here on both ends, it's going in and decreasing. And if you just did decreases all the way, it would taper to a point. So this is how you do outside increases and decreases on brick stitch if you need to change the width or shape of your bead weaving.